maybe the blockchain might just be a lie. See, hear me out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jones, and welcome to the Not Just Design Pod, and I'm your host. I know regularly on this podcast we talk about tech topic or curious topics that you just have an interest in. Maybe it's me, I'm just pointing to you, I don't know. Anyway, this is a podcast from us podcasting, and thank you for listening. As you listen, no, that's not how I say it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, as you listen, may you be blessed. Hear me out and let me know if you have other convincing evidence that counters mine. So here's the thing. I'm sitting down under an imaginary mango tree. The flowers are blooming. My baby somewhere playing with the flower and then dancing and looking at me, waving her head to the left. You know, I have mangoes under me. I have a book on my hand, and then a mango falls on my head. Poof, and I look back and an epiphany, an eureka, I think that's what they call it, just comes on me. Pam. And I'm like, Both private and public blockchains run on something called distributed ledgers. It's a network of computers that hold records in a manner that lets each computer verify any changes made to those records entirely. Distributed ledgers are updated as soon as changes are made, since every computer maintains its own fucking copy. So, CAMs, that is basically a definition for the blockchain, and maybe, just maybe, that's a lie. Hear me. I have 3 convincing evidence or reasons why I believe this is a lie. The first thing is it's maybe too much data. Number 2 is it requires a lot of compute power. And number 3, it's too good to be true. If you consider it, the facts, how is it that the entire blockchain is stored on every node? Another node is a fancy word for saying computer, is distributed to all the computers on the blockchain around the world. Now, put that around the world in air quotes. You see, the blockchain, meaning it is essentially a this is the part of the things they do to confuse us. It is a decentralized database that enables users to store and share information in a tamper-proof and immutable manner that it cannot be changed by anyone anyhow. Meaning, it is essentially a decentralized database. That means it has no centralized point. It's scattered in different places, right? Storage system. A database is a storage system. That's what it is. A storage system, when it comes to relating to computer, is a house full of hard drives. You get? Now, but the difference is these hard drives, you can call them smart hard drives. They process and distribute information as well. In any case, you can also call this computers because they are hard drives that are smart, so they are basically computers. And you see, these are all synonyms for the same meaning. That said, each information is stored on a ledger. Ledger is a fancy word for saying spreadsheet. So each information is stored on a ledger. This spreadsheet cannot be changed. That means if I put, I have a girlfriend, and we're happy, and we're going out to the movies, and we're sleeping, Anyway, if I say any of those shit, right, it cannot be changed. It cannot be edited to anything else. It's done. It's permanent. It's finito. Right? Good. And everybody on the blockchain has a copy of that in their own computer. Now, the more people keep adding their own stuff, the more things keep coming, the more it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and everybody keeps getting a copy automatically, and it cannot be changed. Are you already seeing what I'm saying? You see, it is too much data that every single computer on the blockchain will handle. Now, and that leads me to the second thing. During Corona break, we're having online classes, which was a big scam. But the thing here was we did classes in our house and it was online, and we had to submit files, right? So our lecturers, and the lecturers had to give us, some things to do. Something happened where a lecturer would distribute assignments on a Google Drive for everybody. And everybody had edit access to that assignment. So you could download it. It's a Google Drive with documents. The least you can do is download or delete something you're not supposed to. So everybody could download it, delete it. It doesn't matter, right? Now, here's the thing. The lecturer is like, all of you have a copy here. and all of you can use it anywhere in the world, anywhere in your house. A few hours after announcing that your assignments are in this Google Drive, you know what he did? He deleted the Google Drive folder. Vamos, finito. And all of us lost access to it. But in our head, since we had edit access, we thought we owned it. We thought we had every power. And it's the same thing that's happening with the blockchain. Most of the people have edit access. It takes a lot of compute power to run this kind of shit and a lot of energy. Up until recently, 2022, Ethereum networks, that's basically the nodes on the network, the computers, smart hard drive in this case, aka, they consumed as much energy as the country of Denmark. Do you know what that is? Now, Nigeria consumes about 240 gigawatts in 2022. Energy consumption in Denmark was 33 gigawatts. That's how much Ethereum as a network consumed. And that's when the second mango fell on my head. And I was asking myself, wait, how the hell did these niggas calculate all of this? You can do probability to know, but then like, how the hell did they calculate this? This feels like a really scary, accurate number that you can calculate if you have the machine somewhere stored in your house. You see, you can know how much exactly the quantity of water you have in a glass cup that is in your house. Then you can estimate how much quantity of water is in a glass cup that is in other people's house. You see, they say the blockchain, it's decentralized. It's a scam. And again, the second question that came to my head was, why is it a problem that is consuming this much energy? If every single thing is distributed in different houses, in different parts of the world, it should not be a problem because each part of the world will be consuming different amount of energy. So therefore, cumulatively, we could be contributing, we could be, consuming about 33 gigawatts. But since it's distributed to different parts of the world, it should not have a problem. It's like you and your friends want to have a party, and then you guys decided that, you know what, everybody should go and cook each part of the jollof rice in their house. Somebody will go and boil the meat in their own house. Somebody will go and boil the rice in their own house. Somebody will go and, prepare the sauce in their own house. Since each of you are doing it in your own house, you're using your own ingredients, you're using your own gas. That means the central hub is not consuming gas. You see, it is all distributed, which makes sense. However, that's not true. At least, it seems not to be true.
Have you ever thought, my podcast is trash, I can do better, but you're not quite sure what better is? I can't relate, but I can help. In the month of May, I am hosting a 3-day paid masterclass called the Podcast Intelligence Masterclass, where I'll show you the game within the game of making a podcast that keeps listeners engaged and coming back, that sponsors want to put their money on. You may be wondering, who is this guy? My name is Rodney Amokache. I am an award-winning podcaster and the host/creator of The Young God, a podcast for gods, one of the coolest podcasts on the planet. Check me out on Twitter at I am The Young God or Instagram at The Young God Pod. In my masterclass, I'll cover things to do with storytelling, scripting, voicing, audience/community building, and idea generation. But wait, there's more. I'm offering the first 5 registrants a personal podcast review. I will give feedback on core elements of your show so that you can plot a path to podcasting excellence. For more information and to register, visit the link in my bios or wherever links usually exist on this platform. And don't forget to tell a podcaster near you. Oh, and they said I should tell you that this masterclass is in partnership with AfriPods. Thank them later.
Well, it would shock you to know that the majority of 4,503 Ethereum nodes as of 2022 are in the hands of centralized web service. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Amazon having 52% of this data in their own server. Not even joking. Amazon, Hetna, Oracle, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure is all distributed on all of that servers. Amazon having 52% of this data stored on Amazon Web Service. That's what Ethereum is mostly stored on Amazon Web Service. Let me tell you something you don't know. Decentralized data is a scam, at least currently. You see, the technology to make decentralization work as perfect as it should has not yet been formed. It would take a lot of energy for that to work. So just like gender equality, free education, it's all a scam. And that leads me to my third point. It is too good to be true yet. For decentralization to be perfect, some things have to fall in place. Things like quantum computing. Quantum computing is computing in between the ones and the zeros. It's the computing that is on a spectrum. It's the computing that works in the middle. Sweet in the middle. You want to be in the middle? But that aside, see, that is one thing that would improve blockchain and decentralization to the max. Because now we compute off or on, right? If we are computing off and on, that means it take us less amount of energy. It take us less amount of, say, processors to run a simple program. And this would improve the amount of possibilities. And now we just have few quantum computers that can do so much, right? And if you make quantum computers, this is another whole thing. But if you make quantum computers to become compressed and they can work on mobile phones and all these other places like chips, it will become easier for decentralization to work because any device can now hold all the blockchain in its own device. That sounds like tautology, but I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Sidebar. In 2022, Ethereum underwent one of its biggest transformations, the transition from proof of work to proof of stake, which slashed their energy consumption. However, to conclude, I said conclusion like 3 times, but bear with me, there are too many buzzwords intentionally. Hash number basically means compute power. Nodes basically means computer, it means smart hard drives basically. Distributed ledger, smart way of saying spreadsheets. Smart contract, it's basically an escrow service. That's what it is. An escrow service is a kind of business where the customer will pay up front, but as a business person, you won't get the money until the customer has confirmed that they've gotten the goods and it meets the requirements, and then you get the money. Basically, that's what smart contract is. You see, all this fancy way of saying things just to make you feel special, just to make you feel, blockchain, it's complex, blah, 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 make them feel sophisticated, nothing. The idea is a free world where you can do anything with your own information and you can own it whenever you want without anyone holding you back. That idea is what sells. The idea is what is selling the blockchain. The belief that everybody can have a decentralized system is what is helping the blockchain even have the success it has right now. And the number one backer behind the blockchain is Messi. No, that was a pun because I said backer. But the number one behind the blockchain and the number one thing is the incentives, the money. Why do you think there's a lot of money going around with cryptocurrencies which basically run on the blockchain? It's because it's an incentive to use the technology. Yeah. So that's my thoughts, and that's the reason why I believe is all a hoax. It might just be a lie, to be honest.
Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Right, but if you can make the client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No. Number one rule, right? It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Fugazi, it's fake.
Yeah, fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a...
Not that some part of technology is not true. The technology is an awesome technology. I think the idea of technology is also good. It's coming to life, it's coming to fruition is good. Now, all the nodes that are being created and all the things that run on it is good. I still believe that what is being sold most of the time on the surface level is not the exact thing that is being sold below. You see, all of these things work in different ways. If you want to hear me explain the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, let me know. But as you have listened, if by any means you had any burst of emotion, confusion, you felt what the fuck is this guy talking about, but you listened anyway, you smiled, you didn't smile, you felt this is disgusting, please give this podcast a rating. Please, just at least one of you to give it a rating. You see, last week we went from 5 to 7. If we can get from 7 to 10, I would, not post my nude online. But thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, this is the Not Just Design Pod, and I'm your host, Drones. As you have listened, may you be blessed. Bye. Lorenzo, do the ad. Okay, man. Okay, Lorenzo, do the ad. Okay. Oh shit! Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Do the ad, Lorenzo. Yeah. Do the ad. Okay. Lorenzo, are you crying? What? I don't. Is that? That's not it. Lorenzo, stop crying. Stop crying. Sorry, stop crying. Chill. Check out What's Podcasting newsletter on Substack for podcast recommendations that you would like. Lorenzo, why did you just say you wanted to sneeze? You would have just, recorded again. Like,